This lesson, called Digital Concepts, is pretty much a primer for people who are not used to using the computer, and I just want to give you some general terminology and let you know exactly what's happening when you transition from an analog technique, which is using natural media such as paper, lead, paint, brushes, and that kind of thing, and transitioning over to the digital realm. Now, I know a lot of people, I've trained people across the country, and you'd be surprised, even in 2007, how many people still have not really gotten used to using the computer to do artwork. They still draw everything by hand, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I do the same thing. But you can create almost anything and look in almost pretty much any traditional technique that you can imagine using the computer now. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the terminology. First of all, when you're working on a computer, you have to get used to two primary ways of working. A, in pixels, or B, in vectors. And I explained earlier the difference between vectors and pixels. But you're going to take your artwork that you normally did by hand, and you're going to have to think in a different way. You're going to have to start thinking about pixels, those little tiny dots that make up your image. No longer are you dealing with the paint or the pencil. You're dealing with artwork that is created digitally. So what is the advantage to using the computer? A lot of people have that hurdle as well. Why in the world do I want to create artwork on the computer when I can do it by hand? Well, the computer can quickly create things for you. Instead of drawing things, and I've seen this, trust me, a lot of times, people would draw one part over and over and over again, instead of realizing that you could copy and paste it and alter that piece. For example, if I were to draw a person's eyes and have those eyes looking around, instead of drawing the entire shape of the eye over and over again, I would just draw the outside of the eye and draw the eyeball separately and all those pieces inside the eye and then group them and then move the eyeball around within that eye shape. Or you can create an eyelid as a separate piece as well and just move that down to close the eye. So you have to start thinking in a different way when you're using the computer. You can also copy and paste things, you can delete things, you can undo things, which is really critical. If you mess up, you can undo. You can't undo in real life very easily. I used to airbrush, and trust me, once you mess up with the airbrush, it's really, really hard to clean it up. So if you're airbrushing a portrait or a character and you spray the wrong color on the character's face, you have to pretty much really manually get in there and fix that. With a computer, just go to Edit, Undo, and that's the beauty of the undo. You can redo. You can also set how many times you want to undo it. Go backwards in time. You can go forwards in time. You can cut and paste things. So if I want to use this same armor for a different character, I don't have to draw that character again. I'll just remove a part of the character's face, put a new face in there, put some new hair on there, and that kind of thing. So that's the beauty of the computer. It can change the way you work because pretty much it allows you to have a lot of shortcuts, and it also allows you to have a greater safety net. You can feel free to mess up. That's the beauty of it. You can completely and utterly mess up and go backwards and fix it. You can also save as. So if you want to play around and experiment, say you love this image the way you have it, but you want to play around with it. You want to add some wings, but you don't want to mess this guy up. Just go to File, Save As, and call it something else. Like this character is called Stormblade, so I can say Stormblade Armor. Then I can go to File, Save As, and say Stormblade with wings. So what happens is, this is saved separately. I can always come back to this one, and I can save as many times as I want to. So I just want to let you know that you can use the computer as a safety net. Just let go, feel free, experiment, and just take more risks because you can always fix it. So I hope that helps a lot, and I hope it eases you into transitioning from the analog method of working to the digital realm.